Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Miami Comedy Podcast. And today we're going to be discussing just how considerate the inconsideracy is of last minute Christmas gifts. Now, as a local from Miami, I know for a fact that part of our culture is we wait last minute. We arrive late, we call you late, we text you back late. It's just who we are. And if you really think about it, being inconsiderate is a form of honesty. And if somebody shows you inconsiderate behavior, just know that that's the best they can do. Somebody would flake out, somebody wouldn't even show up at all. But us as Miamians, when we show up, it could be inconsiderate, but it's considerate at the same time because we try. Same goes for Christmas gifts. In Miami, because of our nature of looking after ourselves first before anyone else, we're not going to get you any Christmas gifts until it's absolutely necessary. I want to share with you is 5 gifts so that you can show someone that you are at least trying to be somewhat considerate during Christmas. Now, they're going to know these are last minute gifts, but if you frame it just right, they can be even more valuable than Christmas gifts that were actually thought after. Because I want you guys to notice that when you receive what appears to be a last minute Christmas gift, that decision was way more difficult than to make time to get you a thought after Christmas gift. Do you know what I mean by that? Like somebody had to go out of their way last minute to make sure they gave you something for Christmas, rather than somebody that took their time to get you a considerate Christmas gift. Do you know what I mean? Like the latter is way less valuable because there is no time crunch. When there is a time crunch and somebody made a decision, just know that they actually had you in mind when they did do that decision and they got you that gift. So I'm going to give you guys 5 Christmas gifts that are obviously last minute, but hey, better late than never. Okay, because if Jesus was born in Miami and the 3 wise men were to give them gifts, even us as Miamians would show up late like the little drummer boy playing a reggaeton beat and saying that's a Christmas gift. But hey, it's different, okay? Did we walk through the desert? No. We walked through the Everglades. So that's my point. It's a lot more considerate to give someone a last minute Christmas gift than not giving them anything at all. So the first one is food. You can't go wrong giving somebody food as a Christmas gift. And I'll tell you why. Everyone's always hungry. Think of the stress that the holidays bring people. Okay, they're scrambling. They've got people coming over. They got to get gifts. You know, they're probably getting last minute gifts too. But if you surprise them with food, you can never go wrong. Okay? If you give somebody some sort of food, they're just going to look at it, and if they're hungry, they're going to eat it. And even if they're not hungry, they can always save it for later. That's why Latinos bring lechon over for Christmas, for Noche Buena. Lechon is one of the most considerate gifts that you can give any Latino family because you feed the entire family. The entire family gets fed, and then they can take some plates home after they eat. And then what do? You leave right before Noche Buena so no one even notices that you didn't give them any Christmas gifts. So it's not about, putting something in a box and wrapping it in a bow. It's about you coming in with a bunch of food, everybody in the vicinity eating from it. And then if they want to take a plate home, that's another Christmas gift for Christmas morning. So you're giving them 2 gifts, one for Noche Buena and one for Christmas morning. Okay, so food is a win, especially when it comes to serving lechon late at night. If you don't want to make lechon, let's say you're not in a Latino family, and you don't even know what I mean when I say lechon. What you can do is, let's say it's somebody that, an individual. Let's say it's not a Latino family. If it's an individual, what you do is you send them Uber Eats. All right, I don't even understand why people are still giving out like gift baskets. What comes in a gift basket? Crackers, cheese, some dried meats or some chocolates with corn syrup or whatever, man, forget all that. Send them some Uber Eats and then tip the driver extra and have them say Merry Christmas when they deliver the food. I'm telling you, man, I've done this. This is why I know these details. I've bought people Christmas gifts last minute. And it's usually either a gift card, which we'll get to later, or I deliver food to their house and I tip the driver to say Merry Christmas when they deliver the food. And let me tell you, man, they love it. Why are you going to give them a gift basket? Those people are back ordered. They're not even going to deliver whatever it is you got for them on time because they're getting so many orders and they're probably, national. They're probably based out of Oregon and they got to go deliver your gift basket or flowers or whatever. They're not going to make it on time. But an Uber delivery guy in Miami is going to deliver that food. They're probably working on Christmas Day too, making that extra money. They know the tip money's out there. And I'm going to give them that tip money because they're going to say Merry Christmas at the door. Like, yo, here's an extra 20. If you got a Christmas hat on, put it on and say Merry Christmas from Manny. And then bam, you got Chipotle. You got Pizza Hut. You got the local fritanga delivering your food. Me. All right? So food is by far one of the best last-minute Christmas gifts that you can give anyone. And it's surprising. And then you can also add, instead of, like a bow or a Christmas card, you just make the driver say Merry Christmas. So there you go. That's my number one tip. My number two tip that you can't go wrong for Christmas as a last-minute gift is cash. Now, there's people out there that are going to tell you that cash is not good as a gift. I'm here to tell you, as a local guy from Miami, that that's probably one of the better gifts you can give to somebody. You don't got to put it in an envelope. You don't got to wrap it up. You just give it to somebody as a wad and watch them light up like a kid in Christmas getting their favorite toy. This is a Christmas gift for adults, real adults, adults with responsibilities, because anybody could use cash. And if you're from Miami, cash can be used for a lot of visceral things. You can go to the strip club with cash. You can tip somebody with cash, right? You can buy weed with cash. Cash is a adult's Christmas gift. Oh, it's not considered to give somebody cash. Watch me. Watch me give you cash and watch you be extremely elated. You could use cash for anything. What are you going to do? You're going to go to the ATM machine? I just saved you a whole trip. So don't be fooled. Cash is by far one of the most considerate gifts that you can give any mature adult with responsibilities. All right? And it can even be a flex. Let's say you got to go to somebody's house. Let's say, let's say it's a Christmas party and your crush is there. And if you just pull out a wad of cash and you just go, hey, everybody, Merry Christmas, and you start handing people cash all over the room, you're going to impress your crush. You're going to be like, oh, shit, you got it like that. Merry Christmas, everybody. And everybody, hell, even if Santa were real, he'd spin back to come get some of that Christmas cash you're giving out. So don't be fooled by people saying that giving out cash for Christmas is not a good gift. I'm telling you right now, it's probably one of the most undervalued gifts that you can give last minute. Okay? And you don't got to wrap it up. You don't got to present it, because just showing up with a wad of cash, people are going to start lighting up. All right? It's going to be a very special Christmas. All right? So cash is the number 2 tip that I'm going to give you guys as the best last minute Christmas gift. All right. Number 3, gift cards. Again, people are out there saying gift cards are probably the worst Christmas gift you can give, but I'm going to reframe it for you and I'm going to show you how this can actually be a very valuable Christmas gift. The number one thing that you got to consider is when you receive a gift card, what you're really getting is an investment for the future. And I'll tell you why. Let's say if somebody comes up to you and gives you a $100 Amazon gift card. What you can do is you can hold on to that Amazon gift card and then you can turn it into 5 $20 gift cards for next year. And you know you've got people out there that you got to give Christmas gifts to that you really don't want to, right? Let's say you don't get along with your wife's family right? But she's got a brother, she's got a father, she's got a mother, and you can't stand them. But now you got this Amazon gift card. You then split it, and then you start giving them Amazon gift cards for Christmas. You can't go wrong. If somebody gives you a gift card, what they're basically saying is, here, give somebody this that you dislike for next year. They're handling your bills. They're handling a thing that can be a nuisance for next year. So don't frown when you get a gift card. Just know that next year, that gift card is going to be gifts for people that you don't like. And I'll give you another reason as to why gift cards are an absolutely amazing last-minute Christmas gift. Because it's a great way to test your relationships with people. And I'll give you an example. Let's say you have a situationship, somebody that you're fooling around with, they're sticking around, you kind of like them, but you don't know them like that, maybe you're thinking, hey, it's the end of the year, maybe next year I'll make it official with this person, maybe I'll make it exclusive. Don't make that decision yet. Do the gift card test. And this is what the gift card test is. You're going to give them a $100 gift card, let's say to Best Buy. And then they're going to go to Best Buy, and then when they use it, they're going to realize there's only $2.18 left. All right, now they're going to come back around. They're going to be like, hey, this gift card you gave me was already used. And this is what you say. You say, I didn't use the entire balance on that gift card because I had you in mind. If they flip out, you dodged a bullet, okay? Because that's some entitlement behavior right there. It's like, what do you mean you use this gift card? I thought it was a $100 gift card. I didn't spend all the money. You still had $2 there so you can get yourself something from Best Buy. Okay? You don't get exclusive with that person. And then you say, that's why you're a side piece, because you don't appreciate the little things. Now, on the other hand, if you say, I didn't spend all the money because I had you in mind, and they actually think that's a sign of kindness, wife that person up immediately, because they understand the value of just having them in your thoughts. All right, so that's the gift card test as a last-minute Christmas gift. It works like a charm. I'm telling you, that is one of the best exposures when it comes to someone's character. Give somebody a $100 gift card, and then when they find out there's only $2.18 left, and they come around asking you why you gave them a $2.18 gift card, be like, because I had you in mind. And just see how they react to that. And then that's when you know if they're actually somebody that you can be in a relationship with. All right? Now, that's an exclusive Manny Garavito relationship test. Okay? The gift card Christmas gift. All right. Last minute Christmas gift number 3. This one's a good tip as well. Oh, no, that was number 3. Number 4. I'm only giving you 5, okay? So I don't want to give out too many of my secrets because, somebody that might be listening to this podcast might receive one of these gifts this year. All right, so I can only share with you so much. All right, so last minute Christmas gift number 4 is Bitcoin. Now, I'm not that guy. I'm not going to be the crypto bro. All right, I get it. I know they're out there and they're talking your ear off about whatever. But here's the thing. Here's why Bitcoin is actually a really good Christmas gift. Because let's say if you get $5 worth of Bitcoin and you send it to somebody, now they're feeling a certain way. Like, what do you mean $5 of Bitcoin? Like, just hang on to it. They probably don't even know how to access it. You know what I mean? And then maybe you can have access to their wallet when that thing blows up. So you give them a $5 Bitcoin and you just send it to them. And then just let them forget about it. They're going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe it. He just sent me $5 in Bitcoin. And then, maybe the next day it'll be worth $2 or whatever. But what you're really giving them is hope. All right? Because when crypto explodes, and it always explodes. It goes up, it goes down. It's bipolar money. It's the kind of money that you look at one day, you're filthy rich, then you look at it the other day, and then it's gone. Right? So you send them $5 of Bitcoin. They're going to forget about it. But then one day, they're going to hear on the news that Bitcoin is up 100x or whatever. Bitcoin turns into, their $5 Bitcoin turns into $20. Now, all of a sudden, they feel like they're Bitcoin traders. They're going to look at their $5 Bitcoin, which is now a $20 Bitcoin. And then all of a sudden, they're going to start getting this confidence where they can start giving out like financial advice. You know what I mean? Like now, oh shit, I got $20 of Bitcoin. I didn't have to do anything for it. Next thing you know, they're gonna pull out their phone on the balcony and they're gonna be like, if you want to be a crypto investor like me, and then now they've got a side hustle. Because of that Christmas gift you gave them last minute, that $5 Bitcoin can probably land them some clients. Okay? So I'm telling you, for the people that are tuning in, I'm telling you, man, last minute Christmas gifts are probably the most considerate Christmas gifts you can give to somebody. All right? Don't be fooled that going out Christmas shopping and, taking your time to buy somebody a gift and, oh, look how thoughtful it is. Last minute Christmas gifts can actually be way better. All right, so I'm going to give you the last one. This is a Christmas gift tip number 5 for last minute. Lottery tickets. I'm sure you've gotten these before, but you got to understand. Lottery tickets are really cool Christmas gifts because you're basically telling the person, look, man, I really hope you win this. All right? And if you really think about Christmas gifts, the bottom line of a Christmas gift is, the surprise of somebody going, hey, Merry Christmas, and then they give you something that's wrapped, right? And the wrapping is all shiny, and there's a bow on it, and people are like, oh my God, I can't believe it. They don't even know what's inside, and they're already like, they're uppity. They're all happy. A lottery ticket is that. Like, here, Merry Christmas. But instead of it being like wrapped and shiny, like what do you got on a Christmas gift wrapper? Like Santa Claus, you got the Monopoly guy saying, $1 million, and he's holding up bags of cash. That right there is already surprising. I'd rather see that than reindeers and Christmas trees, wrapped in a gift. I'd be like, I'd rather see the Monopoly guy with somebody saying, you might win $1 million. Like, I might win $1 million. You know what I'm saying? So that initial factor of you giving somebody a shiny, colorful ticket that says you might win this amount, you already won 50% of a Christmas gift right there just by the presentation alone. Now, if they end up winning some money through that Christmas gift, you're going to feel a certain way because then you thought, well, maybe I could have gotten myself that lottery ticket instead of giving this person that lottery ticket, right? So then what you do is you ask them kindly to send you a text message to say, if you win any money from this lottery ticket I'm giving you, you got to go half and half. Because remember, I'm the guy that gave you that gift, right? So have them send you a text saying, if I win anything, before you even scratch it off, and then you say the person's name, if I win anything from the lottery ticket that I got for Christmas, I will be giving 50% to Manny, right? So now you've got that text message. So if that person ends up getting a bunch of money from that lottery ticket, you now got a binding contract via text message saying, don't forget, man, you got to give me half of that. So then it becomes a two-way gift. Not only is it a gift for that person, but it's also a gift for yourself. And it's a gift that keeps on giving. So lottery tickets. Probably the best from the list, in my opinion. Because it's the ultimate last minute gift. Because, gas stations are going to be open they're going to be open 24/7. Especially on Christmas. Those people don't give a fuck. They're going to stay open. Giving out gas and glizzies last minute, So they've got lottery tickets throughout the year. So don't be ashamed to give somebody either food, cash, Bitcoin, gift cards, lottery tickets. Those are my top 5 last minute Christmas gifts that you can give somebody, especially if you're from Miami. And like I said before, these are way more considerate gifts than they are if you were to take your time and buy. What are you going to get somebody for Christmas if you take your time? You're going to go to Macy's and buy them a pack of underwear? Huh? You're going to buy them some socks? What are the common Christmas gifts? Right? Think about it, man. These are way better gifts. They're more affordable. And it's a win-win. It's a win-win. People eat. People give gifts to somebody else. People use the cash. People can go to strip clubs with the cash. People can, you got a binding contract if somebody wins the lotto. So there you go. Thanks for tuning into the Miami Comedy Podcast. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to subscribe. Oh, yeah, shows. So Miami Comedy is going exclusive in 2026. That's right. We're making sure that the next level of Miami Comedy is going to be exclusive shows. So we've got 2 partnered venues currently. More in the works. Thank you, Miami. Mondays and Fridays. This is where you see the comedians working out, lifting the weights, right? And then letting out secrets here. And then Tuesdays and Saturdays, we're over at Blackbird Ordinary. And that's going to be a show that me and JJ are doing. It's called the Brickle Boys. And then what we do is we do the pregame before the actual party over at Blackbird Ordinary. And if you haven't partied at Blackbird, have you really experienced the Miami nightlife? Just go to miamicomedy.com, sign up, attend to a comedy show, and you're going to see all the fun we're having 4 times a week. And coming next year is going to be a lot more than that. So, yeah, miamicomedy.com. Oh, yeah, and subscribe to the podcast. We're on YouTube, we got Instagram, and we're on Spotify. Oh, yeah, TikTok, too. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you on the next episode. Merry Christmas. All right, bye.